Interesting race coming up here too, the men's 200-metre final. Start list for the men's 200, Nathaniel Carr in lane 1, Andrew McManus in lane 2, Kevin Little lane 3, Darryl Wohlsen in lane 4, Damien Marsh in 5, Patrick Johnson in 6, Sebastien Keitel in 7, and Dean Capobianco in lane 8.
Well, this is really Patrick's preferred distance and the one that he goes pretty well at, but he's got a bit of competition. Kevin Little, the US athlete, was the world indoor champion in '97 and a world championship finalist that same year. You'll see him in lane 3.
Lane 2.
Andrew McManus in lane 2.
The Homebush Track Club. Winner of the
Botany Bay gift winner on Australia Day.
He ran well there too, didn't he, Terry?
Certainly did.
Again, held it together.
Kevin Little in lane 3, an American runner. Then 6th at the World Championships. Darryl Wohlsen in lane 4.
Got some ability too, Darryl. Saw him run a wonderful 200-metre hurdles here one year. Damien Marsh, of course, a World Championship finalist too in this event in 1995. Starting to get back into shape as well. A good competitor, Damien. A lot of the time when he really needs to run, well, he does in big pressure races.
Ran 3rd in the 100 earlier tonight, won by Matt Shervington. This man was 2nd in the 100. Patrick Johnson, after wins in the 100 Grand Prix events in Canberra, Hobart and Perth.
Lane 7. Representing his home country of Chile.
Sebastien Keitel, we saw him here last year as well.
Please welcome Sebastien Keitel.
From Chile. He's a quarter-finalist at the World Championships in 1987.
The New South Wales Institute former national champion
And Dean Capobianco in lane 8. National champion 3 times in 91, 92 and 96.
And a Stall gift winner as well.
Damien Marsh holds the meet record, set way back in 1994.
Pretty flash time too, 20:43.
On your marks.
So Patrick Johnson going from lane 6. Keitel there, Jane, with someone standing on his blocks.
Very often happens. A lot of power goes through those blocks when people take off.
So away from the inside, it's Carr, then McManus, then Little, Wohlsen, who's gone out pretty well, Marsh, Johnson, Keitel and Capobianco. Johnson probably in front, Wohlsen with him, Marsh also running very well, and then Little. In the straight, it's Little, Wohlsen, Marsh and Johnson. Johnson starting to lift, takes the lead now from Wohlsen and Little, and Patrick Johnson a big win. Patrick Johnson first, Darryl Wohlsen second, Kevin Little third. That was impressive, Jane.
It was 50 metres to go. It almost looked like Pat Johnson was hit by a bullet. 20:70. Good time by Pat. Not far off his personal best.
Olympic A qualifier is 20:70.
He's done some racing too this season, hasn't he? He's had a lot of races under his belt. Good for someone like Patrick. Remembering he only started the sport really at the elite level a few years ago. So this is really only his 3rd real season. Didn't come off the bend that well, I didn't think, Terry. I thought he may have been a little further in front than what he was.
Time's been rounded down to 20:69, so it's inside the A qualifying mark of 20:70. As we pick up the action off the bend, Little in lane 3, Wohlsen in lane 4, Marsh in lane 5, Johnson in lane 6. It was nearly a line of 4, Jane.
And watch Johnson pick up here. He picks up and he puts a couple of metres in them very, very quickly. Right now, he really starts hitting it. I thought Wohlsen and Marsh had to fight it out as well. Little, of course, as I said, was the world indoor champion, so he's a quality athlete that was mixing it with them. And Keitel on the outside. Almost could have thrown a blanket over that field, Terry.
Andrew McManus not far away in lane 2 either.
No, it's again, I think that the big thing is going to be over the next sort of 4 or 5 months, which of these athletes can first of all stay injury-free and get a clear run into the trials, and I think that will be the person that can end up coming through. Have a look how stressed Damien Marsh is here in the face compared to Pat Johnson's relaxation. That can very often be the difference, particularly over the last 30 to 40 metres of a race like this when you're starting to fatigue.
And Patrick Johnson with that familiar style, just leaning into the line with the head on the side. We've become accustomed to seeing that this summer.
He's starting to focus on bigger and better things, Patrick, and rightly so with what he's done already this season.
Talking about bigger and better things on the runway, let's go back to the pole vault action with David Colbert. At the moment are Matt Shervington and Patrick Johnson, and here's Patrick Johnson with Tim Sheridan.
Yes, Pat having a wonderful summer, and in that 200 you had the experience and class to do it in the second half of the race.
Yeah, it was just another training run for myself, and especially the 100 was a warm-up, so it's sort of the first time I ever accelerated in the 100, so it was just a good experience for myself.
You're running Olympic A qualifiers, training sessions in 200s. Well, that means you're going very well, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, when I finished Perth, I got back to Canberra and did a couple more sessions, so generally pretty hard, so it's been good.
Just here, you put 2 metres on the field, Pat, in the last 50, I'd say.
Yeah, it's just a test for me, and I'm pretty tired coming back from Perth and so forth, and just training hard, so this is another good Grand Prix for me, and especially in Brisbane. It's good hot weather and it's a great crowd today.
The rivalry between you and Matt is developing into something that's captivating the sporting public, isn't it?
Yeah, it's great fun. I mean, we want to run well in the Olympic Games here, so if we can push each other and get some of the other athletes to come up, then it's more of it, really.
Yeah, Pat, thanks a lot. Congratulations. See you in Sydney on Sunday.
Pleasure. Thank you.
Result of the men's 200 metres, Patrick Johnson first in 2069, an Olympic A qualifier. Darryl Wohlsen second, 2081, he'd be pleased with that. Kevin Little third, 2085. And Marsh, Keitel and McManus all not far away.
No, we're starting to get to the business end of the season, and I think you can tell, Terry, with a lot of the results that are coming through.